Welcome to this tutorial on how to convert a Mitel IP phone which is operating with the SIP firmware, how to convert it back to MINET so that it can be connected to my voice business and work. So we are coming from a background where we've got a phone that was converted from MINET to SIP. Probably somebody wanted to use it as a SIP endpoint on some other third-party call manager, or probably it was being used on my voice office 400. So for us to convert this phone to MINET from SIP, what we then need, let's do some prerequisites. What we are going to need is a my voice business controller, probably running the latest version software. Let's say probably my voice business, it's running my voice business 10. And with me here is a 6920 IP phone which is running on SIP firmware. We want to convert the firmware on this phone to MINET so that we'll be able to connect it onto my voice business controller. So what we then need is the my voice business controller, and we need the my voice business controller to be in a network that has a valid DHCP server that is running. The DHCP server must have option 125 enabled on it, enabled or configured. This is very crucial because this is what is going to allocate an IP address to our SIP phone, and also help it with the TFTP IP address, which is the IP address of the controller. But let's just say for now this option is optional, but it is required to have a DHCP server, because after we convert the phone to MINET, it's going to show a screen for voice services, because then you might think that it is not converted to MINET, but in actual fact it would have converted already. So let's move on. Our next step now is to find out what is the IP address of our SIP phone. Let's connect our SIP phone. Let's connect our 6920 IP phone, which is running on SIP, onto the network, and let it boot up and complete. Once the phone has completed boot up, we should actually we must check the IP address that the phone that the phone got from DHCP. So it is very important that the My Voice Business Controller are on the same network with the IP phone that we are trying to convert the firmware. So in my case, I'm going to go to the phone, although you are not going to see it, but I'm going to press on the settings button, and then status is going to show on the screen. Then I'm going to select status, and the first thing that I see there is firmware information. And if I check the firmware information, it is telling me the boot version of the firmware that is on it there. But for now, let's ignore that. Let's go to status and select the network, and then the IP address that I am seeing here, which has been allocated to this phone, is 192.168.1.64. so this is my 6920 IP phone. IP address is equal to that. My Voice Business IP address is 192.168.1.2. So a 6920, when we are going to use this IP address, we open our web browser and we are going to enter this IP address there. And then it's going to ask us for the username. The username there is admin, and the password is 22222 5 times, and we sign in. So as you can see there, this is our username admin, this is our password, which is 222222. We are not going to save that, but I'll just come here and say username is equal to admin, password is equal to 5 times. Now that we are in here, we are going to scroll down. So I'll just show you that this phone it's a SIP phone. As you can see, this is what is displayed on its screen to show that it is operating in the SIP firmware. That's why it is displaying like this. So we are going to scroll down to where it says firmware update. Under advanced settings, firmware update, you can see this one, which is highlighting red right now. We select that. The file name here, it is 6920.st. 69. Firmware 6920.st is equal to SIP. Whenever you see a firmware which is like this, it means it's a SIP firmware. So this is also confirming to us that the phone is in the SIP. But when the firmware is 6920 ANC dot st. Just hold on for me for a second. Just hold on for me for a second while I confirm that. I need to confirm that quickly. Okay, that's fine. Let's do this. Let's quickly do this. So our MINET firmwares, they are named like this: MINET underscore, then the IP phones model number minus enc.est. Like for example, I've got a 6920. It is named like this. We close that. So this is equal to MINET firmware. So basically, how the firmware is named is MINET underscore the model or a type of the phone, then enc.st. So what this means is that if this was probably a 6920 6940W, it will be like this. So if it was a 6905, probably it will be like this. So in our case, this is what we want to convert to. We are going to take this IP address of this firmware name and we are going to stick it in here. So we have changed from what it was from 69. We have changed it from this 6920.st to MINET 6920 -enc.st, and then we are going to leave it on TFTP download protocol, and we are going to put the IP address of our My Voice Business. This is going to be My Voice Business IP address, and in our case, the IP address for our My Voice Business is 192.168.1.2. So I'm going to take it and stick it in there. Then I'm going to click on download firmware. And we wait, we give the phone a chance to download the firmware. It is doing that in the background, but it's going to give us a confirmation. Let's just be patient for a moment. So if I just look at the screen of the phone now, it's saying checking for firmware. This is what it is displayed on the screen now, checking for firmware. Let me see if I can be able to bring that onto here. Let me see if I can be able to show you what I am seeing now. It is saying checking for firmware. So we wait for it to complete checking for firmware. So it is checking for firmware. So my phone has rebooted itself now. So even if I try to come to reconnect this web page, it's not going to connect because the phone is rebooting now. So let's wait for it to finish booting up. When I look at the screen now, it is saying waiting for layer 2 data, waiting for DHCP. It is on 40% waiting for DHCP. Then at this point, if the DHCP has option 125, this phone is going to be told the TFTP server IP address, the core server IP address, and it's also going to be assigned with an IP address. Is going to connect to the My Voice Business controller. Is going to download the configuration file from there, and then is going to display pin if at all we had not assigned the MAC address to this phone in My Voice Business. And now it is on 65% and it is written downloading new main firmware. I'm going to redo this video again with a video cam that can probably be showing you what the screen is doing, but for now just have to make do with what I am explaining to you, with what I am seeing. He's saying downloading new firmware 8 of 43 MB. So it is downloaded 8 of 43 MB now. Now it is on 12. It has downloaded firmware 12 of 43 MB. Now it is on 16 of 43. So let's be patient, let's be patient, let's be patient. So the phone is rebooting again now. Okay, so the phone is now converted to back to MINET, and on my screen it is saying SIP. And when I check the IP address that it still got the same IP address, which is 192.168.1.64. I'll try to log on to the web page again. This time if it's admin. Then when it's on MINET, the password is going to be 73738. But because it's on MINET, I'm not able to open the web page. But there's what I can do on my voice business to allow me to be able to open the web page. But it is out of scope. It is beyond the scope of this video, how to enable web page for a phone that is running MINET. But for now, you can see now it is redirecting to port 8080, and it is saying 401 unauthorized. This is probably another way that you can ascertain that we have really moved from SIP firmware to MINET firmware. Thank you for watching.